Hey folks, welcome back to Fallout 4. We're yet again back at the Red Rocket. I looted the hell out of those offices we were talking about last episode, and I actually made out with enough materials to build the armor we were planning on building, so I'd like to go ahead and do that now. We've been waiting for it for quite a while. We got a few choices of helmet that we can grab. Both the armor itself and the shoulders. I usually go with the CQB. Do I want to do the same thing this time? Yeah, you know what? I'll go with the CQB helmet as usual. Okay, so helmet, armor, shoulder, shoulder. Boom. Now we need to do what we can to modify these, which is probably not going to be very much. These have a number of possible options on them that we can select. Let's see, I want... What version armor do I want to do here? We'll go with the CQC. We were lucky and got the ballistic fiber undersuit, which is nice. Take a bracer instead of that. Another bracer for a little bit extra ballistic resistance. We want the trauma kit that will actually let us regen health while we're wearing the armor. Bit more reactive armor there. Turn the emissive over to red, which is the lights in the armor. The forearms are going to be dark red. Throw an armored backpack on here, which we may not keep. It depends on a couple things. Let's do skeleton key lockpicking on our gloves. And there is one more thing that I want to cover after this. I've been playing this on a personal save to just playtest stuff, and I've noticed a fairly interesting little thing that I didn't know about before. So we'll quickly go through that in just a moment. Oh, nice! We got the nano laminate plating right off the bat. That is the best possible plating for this armor. And add-ons. Let's see. I would really like combat enhancement, but we don't have science rank 2 yet. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's do shoulders. I like the grenadier shoulders, so we're going to grab those. For titanium plating on it, because it's about all we can do at the moment. These are going to be dark red. The nano laminate is better across the board. You have some more specialized armor types that you can throw on, but the titanium is just kind of the base armor I've found. That's usually what I put on until I can afford the nano laminate. So we'll add the command network module to our helmet. We will throw on... What do I want to put on here? I guess we'll do the toxin filter for now. Throw on CBRN, which will increase our rad resistance. Again, red emissive. My paint is going to be black. Some more titanium plating. Secondary paint is going to be dark red. No visor. And a dark red visor color. So that should be everything for this armor. I want to check to see if one thing clips once we slip it on here. Let's take off our current stuff. And we'll start with the helmet. shoulders, and the armor itself. It actually gives you a pretty decent lag spike just because of how high poly the armor is. Oh, that clips like a motherfucker, actually. Although I really want the carry weight. What does it put us at? Yeah, we're gonna keep the backpack on, even though it looks pretty awful, because I really need the carry weight from it, if I'm honest. But that's gonna be a huge deal for us, frankly. It's really gonna change the game, and there's a little bit more that we can do to it, actually. I'm gonna go through these real quick and see how much of an idiot I am. And the answer to that question is a large idiot. So I noticed that I can actually remove the legendary status from certain things. So, oh, I need the other station. I'll show it off with this melee weapon that I've got. We've got this Berserker's Meat Hook. You can actually go here and take off the legendary effect. And that means that we can put the Berserker effect on any other weapon that we like. I'm not really a fan of the Berserker effect as far as weapons go, just because I don't like to let my health get low, but it's still neat that we can do that. So we'll try to yank the legendary stuff off of other things in the future. As a matter of fact, drop that because we don't particularly need it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make our rifle even more powerful. And go over here and yank the two-shot effect off this. And I'm going to throw it on here. And that effectively doubles the damage this rifle is going to do for us. Making it very, very strong. Now, the question is, and you can see all of our final armor stats down here, pretty fucking high. Also, we'll be able to regen health. The satellite complex. I know where we're going. I did this in my test save. So I've been playtesting a lot of this stuff at a time just to make sure I understand what's going on with it, any potential bugs or crashes. Bunch of fucking feral dogs. And I have done the majority of the Lima detachment and the other one, Atlas Summit quests. So I'm pretty familiar with what's going on here, and I think we should be out enough to handle what's going to be in this cave that we're going to. Because it's fairly nasty, but I think we should be able to handle it. We'll find out. The next perks that I'm looking for leveling up are going to be ones that reduce the amount of radiation we take and increase our ability to deal with radiation as a consequence. Also, I don't think I gave you guys a very good look at the armor, but this is what we look like now, which is pretty freaking cool. Other than the clipping backpack, which we unfortunately have to keep. But hey, what can you do? That grenade was short, which is really shitty because now they're all going to scatter. There we go. Fucking dogs. But as you can see, our armor was strong enough that the dogs didn't really manage to damage us. And any damage that they did do, we out-healed. Which is very nice. This is all stuff I can break down. From this point forward, for a little while, we will probably not be building much in the way of armor or improved weapons unless we absolutely have to. We're set for the moment. There's a couple more things I want on the armor, but we don't have the perks for it yet. We really need to stockpile gears, screws, and circuitry. We need 450 of each for our airship. I went and checked the costs, and they're very high. So, in here, there are a number of very high-level enemies. You guys will see exactly what the fuck is going on, but it's pretty nutty what we're going to run into in here, so buckle up for a fight. I'm actually going to quick save because I'm slightly worried about how this is going to go. This is another, I believe this is from Lehman Detachment. Is the mod that this area is from. So I'm going to quickly loot all this stuff because there's a number of good items in here that we need. Just nice components, things to have. And a bunch of ammo as well. Again, this mod does not skimp on the rewards. I've been looking into ways to more efficiently get a hold of ammo because there are weapons that I'd like to use that we currently can't just because I can't feed the weapon, and it's slightly irritating. But this right here I'm going to grab. It's a full suit of Army T-51B. I doubt we're going to use it, but in the event that we absolutely need power armor, there you go. So this is a little hidden military base. Also, there's these Enclave Operations Manual, which give plus 5% critical damage to energy weapons. Very nice to have. Little robot model there we'll take. First place we want to go, right in here, into the SATCOM sub-level over here. There are actually 2 or 3 separate areas in this little cave that we're going to have to go through and clear out, so this may take a couple episodes. And we want to be very careful because the enemies in here are strong. Interesting. He's already dead? That's new. I have a theory about this mod, and I may have fucked myself slightly. Also, apparently we have cloaking on our armor. I don't know where that came from. I didn't see any of the cloaking stuff attached. Whatever. It's not like it's a downside. Anyway, I have a theory about this mod that I noticed when I was initially doing playtesting, and I think I may have fucked myself over. So, I think there might be some cross-save weirdness with this particular mod. If we don't run into any enemies alive, I will know I am correct. My theory is that because I killed all of the enemies in here in another save to playtest it, that all of the enemies might stay dead on every other save that I have for some reason. Because when I went and cleared out the investment place, you know, the investment offices that we did last episode, there were no raiders in there when I went in. So we'll see if the enemies actually show up for any of this. They may not. Which is a shame, because they dropped some really nice stuff that I'd like to have. Excuse the extremely loud Enclave music, by the way. They have very poor taste. God, I think I'd go slowly insane if I worked for a military and all they had me listen to forever was overly patriotic music like the Enclave seems to. Seriously, you go through these bunkers and shit, and all that ever plays is the super fucking patriotic music. Also, it's not going to go away now that I've opened that door, so I'm going to try to clear this place out as quickly as possible. Again, just a ton of materials that are super nice to have. And a bunch of 5mm rounds. This is 1,500 rounds for our rifle. That's super nice. I forgot that was there. Bunch of nice medical supplies. I feel like there's something I'm missing here. There's something I meant to find in here and I haven't found it yet. Oh god, the music's gonna start again. I'm sorry! It's absolutely just the worst, but I need to check this room over again because I think I'm missing something from it. No? Quiet, you. What I'm missing in here? Wasn't on that guy. Oh, this must not be in here then. Oh god, it followed us outside. Why? Why are you so patriotic, you bastards? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but also there's way better ways to express it than terrible music. Oh, some of the enemies do live. Amazing. We have to go in here next, into the National Guard barracks. Hello? Don't ask me what a general's outfit was doing in the National Guard barracks, because I don't know. Seems a little bit weird to me. Unfortunately, if I am right and none of the enemies spawn, there was really no way around it. I had to playtest this mod because it's so fucking extensive that, just trying to play through it in the LP would have been pretty disastrous, because I actually fixed a couple of minor crash bugs just by playtesting it. So I would not have wanted to have to deal with that during the course of, like, trying to record it and get through it for this. It just wouldn't have been... I would have had to pause all the time, and there would have been crashes. Just not nice to have. So far, no enemies, though, unfortunately. Melee the boards off that door. Just kind of neat. You don't really see that in the rest of the game. This is a neat idea to have a door that you could just break the boards off of. Bunch of junk in here. And more ammo, which we can always use more of. And we picked up a radium rifle on the shelf there. There's a bunch of mods for it as well. Which way did we come in? I think we gotta go this way. More looting! Because we're supremely low on components compared to what we need. God, we need so much stuff. It's just the worst. Like, I looked at the component requirements for that fucking airship. And even in my personal save, where I scrounge just this bad, like even worse than this, because I kind of go a little quick for the recording, it was worse in my personal save, or it was still bad in my personal save. Oop, didn't mean to enter the fucking chem station there. Come on. This is the thing I hate about these stations. You gotta play through a full animation if you accidentally go into one. Also, it's irradiated as hell in here. A bunch of good medical supplies. There's so much good stuff in here. Ballistic fiber, all sorts of shit. Fuses and relay coils, so much good stuff. And just stupid amounts of ammo.
There we go.
Another one of those Enclave books that gives us energy weapon crit damage. I have a plan to take tactical advantage of this bonus that they've provided us. It's a very specific weapon that I'd like to get a hold of. It is currently very far from our position. However, not impossible to get. It'll be in a direction that we're kind of sort of heading anyway. So, this is the alignment controls for the big-ass satellite light dish on top of this base. And it's not quite working right. This is where it's meant to be controlled from, but basically all this terminal tells you is they've rerouted the controls to somewhere completely different. Can't remember if there's something I'm supposed to get in here. We've been this way? I think we have been this way. So there's meant to be like Enclave soldiers and shit in here, and none of them are spawning, and I'm thinking, yeah, my theory is correct. That, if you go through in another save, it fucks every other save. Which, I have no idea from a coding standpoint how that would even occur. That is so strange to me. Like, how do you manage to set up triggers that way? For enemy spawning, no less. Again, if you want to read these, you can read them. It's just some repair logs for stuff that they've built. And again, they've moved stuff off these terminals. Basically all it says. I hope we can bust in here, because I don't think I managed to on my personal save. Yet more 5mm rounds, just an unbelievable amount of them. More fusion cores, all sorts of nice stuff. Just give me fucking all of this, please.
Perfect.
I need it all.
Excellent.
Mini nukes. Yet another Enclave operations manual. We've got like 20% extra crit damage for energy weapons now. This is their like little storage room that they've built.
Won't be able to hack this.
Oh, right. I remember being disappointed because there's a full suit of power armor in there that I can't get to. We don't have the right hacking perk. I'm just taking these little models because they're neat. I need to remember to unhighlight certain components when I get back to base. I have the correct quest selected in my fucking... Yes, okay. Maybe if I follow the damn quest markers, I won't be so confused. And that's a crash. Lovely. Right, I will be back in a moment. Okay, we're back. And from the sounds of it, I think maybe an enemy... Yep, the enemies have started spawning.
Let's do this.
And they're much weaker than I expected them to be. I'm not sure why they just decided to spawn now, but fuck it. I'll take it. Apparently that crash was a blessing. So these are guys in full XO1 fucking power armor. Looks like we've looted a lot of this stuff already. I'm trying to figure out where we are in terms of like what happened, when did it save. We looted this room? I think so. Didn't loot that toolbox. So that's the reason I wanted these guys to spawn, is because their power armor is so valuable to us. It's also extremely heavy, but hey. Right, I'm actually going to pause the recording again, quick save the game, and try to exit this area, and we'll see if it crashes. Good news, no crash. Also, we're directly behind this dude. Sup, buddy? Get dunked on. Apparently our rifle is strong enough to basically two-hit these dudes. Unfortunately, we don't have the carry weight to carry all this armor. However, I did pick up a bunch of straight-up fucking dumbbells. Which, while it's a bit of a loss, I'd rather have the power armor than the lead. Yeah. Oh. Interestingly, doesn't seem like we've looted this stuff. I think the cells in this area are doing just some weird shit. And crashing reloaded some of it, maybe? Not entirely sure what's going on anymore, to be honest with you guys. Because all this shit definitely respawned. We took all of this on the way in, and I'm most definitely going to take it again. It's just slightly concerning. Like, even the rad roaches are spawning again. This is very odd. Oh, Fallout, you are weird. You've always been weird. I mean, I can theorize as to what's going on here. I'm not a coder. I've, written some HTML, and that's about it. Which should tell you exactly how much I know about coding games, which is jack shit. But I can theorize what might be going on here. Like I said, I think the crash force reloaded, like, the cell data. Because I know every area in this game has a kind of a cell system where it keeps in memory, these are the items that are in containers, the enemies, things like that. Yeah, because everything is respawning now. That is actually really... Huh.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's nice because we get a ton more items. I'm just slightly concerned what this means for the integrity of my game. More than anything. We're gonna have to come back for this armor.
Excellent.
But I'm most definitely gonna take the skill books again. Be damn sure of that. Now, I know I need...
Can't pick this.
a key. Fucking get in there. And I don't know where the SATCOM array key is anymore. Another T-45 helmet for free. Or ammo. I'm just gonna quickly go loot everything again to make sure that the key that I need didn't, like, respawn. Because that's what I'm thinking. The cells rebooted, the quest item might have not been where it should have been. I'm gonna go through and try and remember where the fuck it was. And as a matter of fact, it's been half an hour, so I'm gonna do that in between this episode and the next one. In short, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back through the areas we've already been in. I'm gonna try to locate the quest item that we need. I'm going to cart all of that power armor back to our base and just throw it in a container so that we can display it later. And when I find the key and we're ready to proceed with the actual quest, I will begin next episode. Right, so hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of exploration and getting our new armor and stuff. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.